Joseph Caiaphas, high priest of Pontius Pilate, perfectus spirit. Peace. Were it not a matter of utmost urgency involving the security of the state, I would not disturb you at this hour. Yeshua Hanasri, a deceiver and false prophet, who has broken all laws on repeated occasions, and whose heresies were condemned by the great Sanhedrin, is in Jerusalem for the Pesach. You must have noticed his great following, which could break out into seditious rioting at any moment. So dangerous is the situation that, although the Sanhedrin has issued warrants for his arrest, we have not dared apprehend him because of the people. Our decision now is to arrest Yeshua at night, when he will not be surrounded by supporters. A close adherent of his has defected and will inform us of his nocturnal whereabouts so that our temple guard may arrest him. The blessings of peace be yours. Pilate hated to make decisions when he was sleepy and preparing for bed. He resented the intrusion, but he had little choice in the matter. Procula awoke from a grisly nightmare, that amalgam of truth and grotesque fantasy of which morning dreams are made. Shouts from the crowd had in fact penetrated the palace, and her fears supplied the framework in which to arrange those shouts. Overcome with relief, she summoned an attendant to ask where her husband was. Learning of the trial in progress, she was alarmed once again. Ever since the notice of Jesus' arrest was delivered to the palace, Procula had intuited that Pilate would eventually have to hear the case, since capital charges were involved. But she had not imagined the trial would take place that soon. Now her dream took on prophetic dimension, the usual posture for Roman dreams. In anxiety, she called for a wax tablet and quickly scribbled this warning. Pilate, keep your guard closely about you and have nothing to do with that innocent man, for I have suffered much today in a dream because of him. Sitting on his dais in front of the palace, Pilate had finally found the solution to his judicial quandary, one prompted by the Jewish calendar itself. Since it was his custom each Passover to release one prisoner chosen by the people, he now reminded the multitude of this annual festival, amnesty. But instead of allowing unlimited free choice of candidates for pardon, he narrowed the selection to just two. Whom do you want me to release? Jesus Barabbas? Or Jesus of Nazareth? Momentarily, the throng seemed to hold its breath. Then it broke into a bubbling cauldron of contention, for Pilate's alternatives had been cleverly chosen. Against the controversial Jesus, he had pitted one who was guilty beyond all controversy, a notorious public enemy. Pilate had calculated that the present hatred of Jesus would be far outbalanced by public dread at having a murdering insurrectionist turned loose in Jerusalem. Also, the people would never forego the Barabbas show trial. The prosecution huddled for strategy, then sent messengers into the crowd. At this point, Procula's message was delivered to Pilate. Recognizing his wife's handwriting, he must cast it aside as nothing more than a housewifely note which should not have bothered him at such a time. But since it was brief, he read it. A strange message, Pilate thought, though he placed little credence in dreams. Perhaps Procula was ill. At any rate, the warning could hardly apply, since he was well guarded and he quite unavoidably did indeed have something to do with that innocent man, even if he agreed with his wife's own, albeit unsolicited verdict on Jesus. Well, which of the two Jesuses shall I release for you? The Nazarene? Or Barabbas? A great, almost unified cry arose. Barabbas! Barabbas! A few lone voices called, the Nazarene, but they were hopelessly drowned out by the majority of the crowd, which took up the name of the public enemy as a mere war chant. Now, it was Pilate's turn to be dumb.